Anxiety is something that I see very commonly in my practice. Even if that's not the underlying reason someone wants to work with me, I'm seeing more and more levels of anxiety in most of the people that I work with these days. Anxiety has become extremely prevalent in our society, and one of the problems with anxiety is that when we experience it frequently, we learn to ignore the cues that our body gives us to recognize that we're feeling anxious so that we can do something about it. So, what are the cues that I'm talking about? Well, very often people feel anxiety in their core. So, that's between their neck and their stomach. And that could be tense jaws, tight neck, stiff shoulders, clenched stomach, headaches, all of those types of things that are your body's way of signaling to you that you're feeling anxious and that you need to take a deep breath or do some other things to calm down, step away from a situation, or other things to manage your anxiety. But the problem is, once you learn to ignore those cues that are coming from your body, it's very easy to continue feeling anxious. And since you're doing nothing about it, the baseline level of anxiety that a person is feeling is only going to continue to rise. So that each day, instead of lowering your baseline level of anxiety when you go to sleep, when you relax, when you take time away from whatever it is that's causing that anxiety, if we do nothing about it, then the baseline is going to have risen a little bit. And so you start out the next day feeling a little more anxious than you did the day before. Self-care is a wonderful way to manage anxiety, but the most important thing that I find with working with clients is to help people get back to being able to read and feel their body's cues and recognize what's going on so that they can do something about it at the time that it's occurring or shortly after. Living life with anxiety is not fun for anybody. It's not fun for you. It's probably not fun for the people who are around you, those in your life. And studies are showing that it also leads to health problems and even shortened lifespan. Especially, we are finding that in seniors, it's especially impactful on lifespan. When I work with people, I help them identify those things that are creating unnecessary anxiety in their life. Sometimes there are things in your life that are creating anxiety that you have no choice about. You have to get through them the best that you can. And if that's the case, then certainly learning how to manage your anxiety is the best route to go. But many times when I'm working with people, I find that they are allowing things to occur in their lives or people to be a part of their lives that are creating unnecessary anxiety, and they actually have a choice about what they want to do about that. They can choose to manage that situation better, or they can choose to alter the relationship they have with that person, or sometimes even end the relationship they have with that person. So now I'm going to teach you a technique that you can use for just 5 minutes every day to help manage some of the anxiety that you're feeling in your body. So this technique is called box breathing. The reason I like this technique is because it engages your mind and your body at the same time. Trying to relax your body if your mind is still full speed ahead on whatever it is you're worrying about is not nearly as effective as if you can engage your mind and your body at the same time. So the first thing I want you to do is I want you to practice diaphragm breathing. Diaphragm breathing is when you breathe deeply through your nose and you take that breath all the way down past your lungs and into your diaphragm. When you breathe this way, you should feel your stomach expanding like a balloon. The best way to try this is to place your hand on your stomach, take a deep breath in through your nose, and push out on your stomach at the same time. If you feel your stomach expanding as you take that breath, then you know that you are diaphragm breathing. Also, when you are exhaling from that diaphragm breathing, you want to be pulling in your stomach as you're breathing. That will allow you to exhale all of the air from your diaphragm, which is a deeper level of breathing in and out. Once you have learned how to do diaphragm breathing, you can move on to the technique of box breathing. Box breathing works by using the simple visual of a square. You will breathe in through your nose like you're filling up your diaphragm, which is the up line on our box. You will hold your breath, which is the flat line across the top of our box. You will breathe out through your mouth, which is letting out all of the air that's in your diaphragm, which is the line going down on the side of the box. And then as we complete the box across the bottom, you're going to breathe normally. You're going to do this technique with a slow count of 5. Okay, so we're going to go in through our nose to the count of 5. Hold to the count of 5. Out through our mouth to the count of 5. Breathe normally to the count of 5. And you will do this 5 times. So we have the box image to help you remember the sequence of breaths that you're doing. We have the counting. This is going to help your brain stay focused on what you're doing and not get distracted. And we're going to have the really deep diaphragm breathing, which is going to help your body really get in sync with what your mind is doing. So rolling your shoulders back, loosening your neck, stretching your jaw, all of the things that you can do to kind of help your body get into that relaxed place before you begin this exercise is a great way to get the most out of this exercise. This is one of the techniques that I use with clients that I'm working with to help manage even small levels of anxiety that they're dealing with on a day-to-day basis or in a particular circumstance. If you are feeling overwhelmed with life and you can't remember the last time you really took a deep cleansing breath, that you really were able to just unplug from all the worries in your life and relax your shoulders and relax your body and just unwind, or the circumstances in your life are so difficult right now that you really don't even think about the fact that you might need to reduce the anxiety in your life that you're feeling in your body. If this describes you, give me a call. I'd love to talk to you about the ways that I can help you manage anxiety in your life. I have other techniques that I use with clients that are very beneficial, and I'd love to hear from you. So give me a call at 757-515-2693 or check out my website at www.virginiaonlinetherapy.com. Thanks.